My name is Sarah Monahan, and this is Teddy. I am a former child actor. I was on a television show in Australia called Hey Dad. It was Australia's highest rating, longest running sitcom in history. Everyone thought the show was amazing, everybody loved the show, and then in 2010, many years after the show had ended, I spoke up about the abuse I had suffered on set. At the time, it was before Me Too, it was before any of the movements we have now, and it was kind of groundbreaking when I spoke up because not only did I eventually name the person who did it, but he was sent to prison for a long time. Now, I am not the first kid actor who's spoken up about what goes on in the industry, and I definitely will not be the last. There have been a lot of previous child actors who've spoken up about what has happened to them on set. Now, the difference is in the US, they have a statute of limitations and defamation laws that are very strong, and most of them are also made to sign NDAs. In Australia, we did not have a statute of limitations, which meant that I was able to publicly name my offender and then go to court and have him sent to prison, which I believe the US should change those laws to make it easier for all of the kids who are currently speaking up, especially all these Nickelodeon kids with documentaries coming out right now, should be able to go back and retroactively have those people charged with sexual assault. For all of the kid actors who are speaking up about the things that happened to you, thank you. You are so brave. I acknowledge how much courage it takes for you to speak up. I know personally how hard it is. And if any of you need help, if you need any reassurance, if you need us older actors who were once child actors and went through the exact same thing that you did, reach out. Talk to us. We are here for you. We want to hold your hand. We want to stand beside you. We want to help you in any way possible. There's a bunch of organizations. The one that I'm personally involved with is A Minor Consideration, which was started by Paul Peterson, who was a former Musketeer. He started the organization a long time ago and has helped change laws when it comes to not only child actors, but regular civilian kids when it comes to ways that they work, because people don't understand. We still have child labor in Australia and America. It's just people don't think that kids in entertainment are child labor, but we absolutely are. But Paul also branches out to other areas as well worldwide, and he is my hero for that. Now, having spoken out very publicly 13 years ago now, I was contacted by so many people who let me know about their stories, whether they were in the industry or they were civilians. And the one thing that I found stopping most people from being able to get justice was NDAs. So many people have signed non-disclosure agreements. It's terrifying how much happens out there and we don't know about it because of these NDAs. And I think the first that people really saw how much NDAs were in action was during the Weinstein stuff, because there was so many women who came forward and who said, I would love to be part of this, but I can't because I've signed an NDA. And even though this person raped me, I am not able to speak up because I will be sued for talking about what this person did to me. NDAs are bullshit. And thankfully, the US has realized this. The US made a Speak Out Act, and what it means is if someone has committed an offense, like a jailable offense, that they cannot hush you from speaking out even though you've signed an NDA. I will put some links below that give more detail about the Speak Out Act, and I think it's brilliant because really, if someone has raped you or someone has sexually harassed you, you should be able to warn other people. If you're in a workplace, and I know this personally because I've seen it in action, especially in Australia, where I'm originally from. But I know women who have been sexually harassed, sexually assaulted, they've signed an NDA, and the companies tell them, oh, well, just sign this and we'll pay for your therapy or whatever. And meanwhile, they're watching that man who has sexually assaulted them, but is now protected by that NDA, moving up the ranks, getting new jobs, getting a better life, and they can't say anything. They can't tell anyone. They can't warn other women about this man because of this NDA. And this is where Australia is behind the US, because Victoria is trying to do something to get rid of this, but the other states have not got there yet. So here's my advice if you're a woman and were a man, if you are ever sexually harassed at work or you've witnessed something illegal, don't sign an NDA. Don't believe any of the bullshit that the HR department tells you, because they found that in something like 90% of cases, even if you don't sign the NDA, they're going to give you what you want anyway. So don't sign it. Don't silence yourself. Don't make it so that in the future you see that there's 10 other women or men that this person has harassed, and you feel worse now. You feel powerless because you feel like maybe you could have done something, you could have said something, but instead you allowed yourself to be silenced, and now you're powerless. Don't let any company bully you into signing something that gives up your rights. You absolutely have the right to speak about what happened to you. If you were assaulted, if you were harassed, you should be able to speak about it at free will. You should be able to tell other people. You should be able to warn other people. So do not sign an NDA after the fact if anything has happened to you. I know every company wants you to sign an NDA at the beginning, but you can also go through that NDA and see what is pertaining to, like, say, if you're working at Coke and they don't want you to tell the secrets. That bit's fine. But if there's anything in there saying that, if anything bad happens to you at the workplace, you're not going to be able to talk about it, cancel that shit out. And if HR has a problem with it, you probably don't want to work there. The other thing we need to do is keep pushing for these laws to be changed. The US did it, which is brilliant, and Australia is on the cusp. They're trying, and more of us need to get involved. And I know when I move back home in a couple months, I'm going to start getting involved with having those laws changed, because they're bullshit. They don't protect anyone except for the bad guy, and we don't need things that don't help us. But I just want to send my love and support to everybody who is currently going through all of this shit. I know that watching the Nickelodeon stuff, I haven't been able to watch it yet because I don't have Max. But I know that a lot of people are triggered by it. A lot of people are remembering what they went through. A lot of civilians who didn't work as kid actors, but who have also maybe been in gymnastics or tennis or swimming and had the same thing happen to them. I'm sending you my love, sending you my thoughts. If you need help, there are many places where you can get it. And especially if you are a kid actor, reach out to A Minor Consideration, reach out to all the other grown-up actors who were kids once, because we know what you're going through, and we are here for you.